What's up, guys? Paramoto here. Got a little bit of something new for you. 2019 Ducati Panigale V4, and I'm going to talk to you about it. What's up, guys? I'm out here with Mr. Turbo S. He was nice enough to allow me to do a riding review of his 2019 Ducati Panigale V4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a full tour of this motorcycle, and then we're going to do a riding review. So this beast is the 2019 Ducati Panigale V4. This is the base model. It comes with the 1103cc Desmodici Stradale engine. This bike is putting out 214 horsepower and 91.5 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is a beast. I've already done a little bit of a ride on it. Honestly, it's a little bit scary, but it feels so finished. It's just an amazing machine to ride. This bike is the very first mass-produced Panigale with a V4 engine in it, stepping up from a long tradition of V2s that Ducati was known for so long. So Ducati outgrew the V2s, and this is the first mass-produced V4 that's ever been put in a Panigale. This thing is pushing 214 horsepower and 91 foot-pounds of torque. It is a torquey beast that it wants to just rip your face off. It has the Desmodici Stradale 90-degree V4 engine with the cross-plane crank. So this is the base model. It does not come with the full Öhlins, but it does have the full Brembo brakes and also that just gorgeous Ducati single-sided swing arm that just looks so good. This bike has only got 1,000 miles on it. It's gone through 2 recall services so far, so it should be good to go. This bike is sporting a full color LED display. It just looks amazing, and it auto brightens and dims depending on where you are. You'll be riding and you'll go in a darker area and it'll go into night mode. It's got your full settings here on the right side, and you have a full settings menu. This reminds me of almost playing Need for Speed. I feel like I'm picking my track. Tire calibration, DLR, turn indicator, info. I mean, it got everything that a dedicated track monster would want on a motorcycle, and that's really what these bikes are really meant for. They're meant to go on a track and just destroy everybody. Your riding mode selectors, after you select the mode, you have your full customizable maps, ABS, EBC, DQS, that you can choose, and you can customize your own mode for this motorcycle. I was told by the owner that he put it in race mode once and it about scared the bejesus out of him. And that's coming from somebody that rides 1,000cc plus motorcycles on the regular. 214 horsepower at 386 pounds dry. That is absolutely a ridiculous stat. A big thing to note is that they introduced a standard frame again on the Panigales as opposed to the V2s. This bike has a full up and down quick shifter, and it shifts so nice compared to my 959. To show you more about this bike, let's hop on it and let's go for a ride. I'll be totally honest with you guys. My very first impression of this bike is that it is a monster. It is an absolute monster. The sound alone of this bike just sounds like it wants to rip your face off, and it wants to go really, really fast. The Ducatis in general have almost been kind of like SR71 Blackbirds, where they're just kind of like clunky on the ground, but once you get them up to speed, they just come alive. Alright, so I don't know where the horn is, because that dude just cut me off. This is Mr. Turbo S's 2019 Ducati Panigale V4. Oh my god! Oh my god, is this thing fast. And it's so smooth, it runs like a freaking sewing machine. When you get on it, a linear power band to just, oh my god. And then you just don't even realize how fast you're going. That's how smooth this bike is that you don't even realize how fast you're going until you look down and you say, oh my god, I'm going 70 right now. I was on the gas for about a quarter of a second. Comparing it to the only other Ducati that I have significant experience with, my 2018 959, this thing is significantly more refined. Totally honest, it is so much more refined. It's not clunky, it's not rattly or shaky, it's just smooth. I mean, that's the word of this bike, is that it is just a smooth motorcycle to ride. We'll just stop here, considering we're leading a two-man group ride. Oh my god! It's like when you shift it, it just pulls back and it just wants to go. Oh my god! It just has so much power, but yet the delivery is just precise. It's like a scalpel. This delivery of this power is just so precise, and I have the feeling like it just has gobs of it. Like I could be going 150 and this thing would still be just pulling my face off. That's the general impression that I get. I probably won't go 150 on this bike. I have basically every confidence that this bike would go just as fast as anybody could ever possibly need to go. Oh my god. And it falls into the corners. It falls into the corners like it lives there. Like this is its home. It just moves with such a purpose. It doesn't stop pulling. It's just a beast. Honestly, even though this thing just pulls and has every bit of power that you could ever possibly want, I'll be totally honest with you, I think I could daily drive this thing. I really do. I think it's that smooth that I could daily drive it. Just the same way that I daily drive my 959. I really honestly think that this bike is that refined that it would be totally fine to be a grocery getter that also could just, you know, be the funnest thing that you've ever owned in your entire life. And now we're stuck behind a Harley. He was going 44, come on. I think if you wanted a super bike and you only had one choice to get a super bike, I think this would be high up on that list because it is faster than you will ever possibly need. It's comfortable. I think this thing is more comfortable than my 959, and that's an honest opinion. I got some Ducati wrist going on right now, but at the same point, it doesn't feel bad. Is that a cop? Is that a cop? Is that a cop? I don't think it's a cop. See, are we gonna get pulled over in the rider review of this Ducati Panigale V4? Is that what's gonna happen? One thing that they did with the V4 that they did not do with the 11 and 12 and the 959 is that they put a cross-plane crank in it to help the bike kind of offset some of the gyroscopic forces from the wheels and everything moving in the same direction. So the crankshaft actually rotates the opposite direction, which makes the bike smoother. It makes it more handleable. You can obviously tell this is an 1100cc motorcycle. I feel, besides for the width, it's definitely girthy and everything. It feels like I'm riding a 600. You can probably credit a lot of that to engineering as well as somebody that's actually taking really good care of this motorcycle and getting all the services done. Why it feels so amazing. Still, this thing is just, oh my god, it is just such an amazing machine. If I owned this, I would be so happy. So my honest, unfiltered opinion on this motorcycle, it's probably the coolest bike I've ever ridden in my entire life. It is hands down the coolest bike I've ever ridden in my entire life. It's amazing. I mean, there's just nothing about this bike that I don't like. It's smoother than my 959 is in almost every single way. I think when Ducati built this bike, they just perfected a lot of things. I think this bike basically represents almost perfection on Ducati's part. All the issues that I see on a smaller scale on my smaller bike, the 959, I feel like this bike has addressed them and perfected them. Honestly, almost everything that I dislike about my 959 is not present here. The only thing that I have not found that I like on this bike is the kickstand position, which is the dumbest thing that anybody could probably ever possibly complain about. It's so smooth, you don't even... You don't even know how fast you're going. It's just so smooth. Oh man, I gotta have one of these. I think I might need one of these in my life. I don't know if I can go another day without one of these things being a part of it every day. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you guys have the means to buy one of these motorcycles, I really think you need to do yourself a very good service and go ahead and pick one up. So Paramoto 959's official word on the Panigale V4 is that this is Ducati's finest machine they've ever made. They had a couple of growing pains, a couple recalls, but right now this bike, I would say, is the best thing that Ducati has ever put out to their customers in the sport bike market. Hands down. No argument. Case closed. As I'm getting ready to pull in to give this bike back to its owner, I am literally sad. I am sad just because of how much fun this thing was. Oh, that was a big bump. It's got a hard suspension, that's for sure. Alright guys, that's the word on the V4. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be back at you with more riding reviews soon. Deuces.